Hey guys, it's Matt from Pop Goes Louise Productions, here with my second rant. Today's rant is going to be about sports. Yeah, all about sports, I guess. Well, maybe not all about sports. Maybe mostly about sports. Well, it's gonna have sports in it, okay? Alright, we'll start out with something basic. What is a sport? Well, everybody has their own definition of sport. And I believe a sport is anything that requires talent and luck, not just talent or luck. A sport requires more luck. Well, I mean, no. Sorry, it needs more talent than it needs luck. Playing poker requires luck, not talent. Let's see. What are some sports that I don't consider sports? Let's see. Curling. No offense to anyone who's a fan of the so-called sport, but it's not a sport. I'm sorry. Seriously, you got a giant hockey puck that you're pushing across an ice rink, chasing it with a broom to try to make it land on a target. So you're combining bowling, skating, cleaning the kitchen, and lawn darts all in one. That brings me to another sport that I don't consider a sport, darts. Darts is fun, but it's not a sport. Neither is bowling, for that matter. Bowling is a recreational activity, and so is darts. So is billiards, or pool. They're not sports. No. Seriously. Let's start with darts. You're throwing a small metal object at a cork board. Yeah, no. Not gonna happen. Bowling. You got let's say I throw a 10-pound ball. You have a 10-pound ball that you're throwing at ceramic pins, all that weigh 5 pounds each. So you're pretty much throwing a big rock at smaller rocks, trying to knock them over. No, that's not a sport. Alright, pool. Pool's fun. It requires a lot of skill. And by skill, I mean luck. Anybody can take that little stick you have and use it to knock one of the balls into a hole. Not that difficult. Takes practice and takes luck. Let's see. Football is closer to a sport than anything else that I've talked about, but we'll get to football a little bit later. NASCAR. NASCAR is not a sport. Do you hear me? Microphone, okay? I know, whatever. You couldn't hear me last time, now I got a microphone. It's not very good. Anyways. NASCAR is not a sport. Alright. You're driving a car around in a circle, making a left turn, going 213 miles an hour. Where is the talent? You're driving. I can drive. If I can drive, I should be being paid to drive. But I'm not. So, no, it's not a sport. Lawn darts. Lawn darts was closer to a sport, even still I don't count it as one. Yeah, it's kind of outlawed now because so many people are getting killed. Yeah, you got a giant piece of metal that you're throwing 100 yards to try to make it, okay, sorry. You're throwing it about 10 feet, trying to make it land in a circle. Yeah, a 9-pound dart that you're throwing straight up in the air, trying to hit a target. No. Ping pong is not a sport. Where's the talent in that? You gotta have quick reflexes, and you gotta be lucky. Wrestling. Yeah. Two big, fat, sweaty guys in latex grabbing each other. No, that's not a sport. Boxing, MMA fights, not sports. You're beating the crap out of somebody. You really think that counts as a sport? Honestly. If you think that's a sport, come over here. I'll beat the crap out of you. We'll both get put on TV and we'll get paid to do so. Alright? That's simple. Let's see. What else can I rant about? Oh, yeah. Cup stacking. That is not a sport. Cup stacking is not a sport. You got a cup, you stack it on top of another one. You do that every time you unload the dishwasher. Not a sport. What was that recent one I heard about? Rock, paper, scissors. That is not a sport. You hear me, Olympics? Rock, paper, scissors is not a sport. Where is the talent in that? You are trying to guess. Guessing requires luck. Like in poker. You have to guess what the other person's hand is. Not a sport. Neither one of those, for that matter. Hunting. Hunting is not a sport. Neither is fishing. Hunting, seriously, come on. Squirrel hunting, alright? Something a lot of people do nowadays. You've got a shotgun shooting at an animal about the size of a glass. Look at this, look at this. A glass, right here. If this is my squirrel, and my gun shoots a bullet that comes out of the barrel about like that. When it hits the squirrel, it goes in about like that. When it comes out, it's about like that. Last time I checked, that is bigger than the glass. So if that's bigger than a glass, then that's bigger than a squirrel. So there's nothing left. Fishing is closer to a sport, but I still don't consider it one. Just for the fact that there's no talent. I love fishing. It's not a sport. Now, if you're going to count anything I've previously said as a sport, then you might as well count playing Halo as a sport. Because if you don't, and you count rock, paper, scissors, I want to punch you in the face. Plain and simple. Real sports. Real sports require talent. Football, I'm not a huge fan of, but it requires talent to throw the ball and run away from a big guy, also in latex, chasing you down to tackle you. At least in this sport, you're actually moving, versus cup stacking where you're not doing anything at all. Baseball, again, closer to a sport. It's not any real preference of mine. Yeah, you get a stick, you're swinging it at a ball. And then you gotta run. Again, running. At least you're getting some activity, some physical exercise. Tennis. Tennis is not a sport. Seriously, no. Sorry. It's not a sport. All these people and their made-up sports. Oh, right, I figured it out. Paintball and airsoft. No matter how much fun it is to go out and shoot somebody, it's not a real sport. I love paintball. My mask is over there. My gun is over there. My airsoft guns are over there. It's not a sport. No matter what you do. So, I'm running short on time here. So, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap this up real fast. Yeah. These are what are and what aren't sports. If you have any video ideas, if you agree or disagree with anything, put it down here. Alright? Plain and simple. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe up here, comments down here, description down here, stupid YouTube. Alright, so I'm Matt from Pop Goes the Weasel Productions, and I'm out.